The Toyota Tacoma has always been one of the best midsize pickups for anyone that wants a reliable and off-road capable truck. Here we are with the new 2025 Toyota Tacoma TRD Off-Road. Is this still the best midsize truck even with the new competition like the Ford Ranger and the Chevrolet Colorado? Let's go ahead and find out. Let's begin with the pricing and the trim level. The Tacoma comes in many different trim level options with numerous powertrain choices and cab configurations. You can choose from the SR model, which is the most basic one at $28,000, to the off-road capable TRD Pro and the luxurious Limited, both at around $60,000. Right in the middle is the TRD Off-Road. It is relatively affordable, starting at about $42,000, but you can also load it up with options so that you have some nice features on the inside. It is also relatively off-road capable with all-terrain tires, plastic cladding, and some nice TRD touches. This one comes in at $55,000 with basically all the options. Let's see what you get for the money. The exterior design is going to scream bold and rugged. You get a relatively large blacked out grille up front, some more functional vents at the bottom, and the headlights are going to be mostly incandescent because this is, after all, a Toyota truck. The turn signal / parking light is going to be incandescent, while the headlight, which is projector style, is going to be LED, as well as the fog lights at the bottom. Moving to the wheels, you'll find these 17-inch alloy wheels with a blacked out finish. They're going to be wrapped in these beefy all-terrain tires, and I think they're going to get the job done for mild off-road adventures. Moving on to the side profile, you're going to find matte plastic cladding to add to the rugged design and TRD rock sliders that double as a running board at the bottom. The mirrors are going to have heating and blind spot monitoring. This is all you get with the TRD Off-Road, so you can't get any options to get auto dimming or power folding. Moving to the back, you're going to find a tow hitch at the bottom, Tacoma branding on the tailgates, and a hard tonneau cover. The taillights are going to be completely LED, surprisingly for a Tacoma. You get an LED brake light, an LED reverse light, and an LED turn signal that is going to be integrated with the brake light. Now let's take a look at the interior and see if checking off all the options is going to be worth it on the inside. Keep in mind that this is the TRD Off-Road model, a mid-trim level in the Toyota Tacoma's lineup, so luxury is not a big priority. You should not be expecting too much on the inside. The door panel is going to be made mostly of plastic. The upper part is going to be in hard plastic, and it's going to be a little wider so you can rest your arm on it. The armrest is in soft touch plastic, the handle is going to be in rubberized plastic, and you get a lot of storage at the bottom. There's also going to be this white plastic part that has TRD branding, and you can customize the color of that. There will be a nice JBL speaker grill at the bottom. These rock sliders / running boards are going to make it very easy to get into the cabin, and they also have TRD branding to make it extra special. These seats are going to be made of fabric, however you can get leatherette if you choose. They're going to be heated and 12-way adjusting. Let's start off the interior section of this video over on the left side. You're going to find 3 switches for your auxiliary outlets. You can control whether the AC 120 volt outlet is on or off, and you can also adjust where the headlights shine. You also can control the gauge cluster brightness, the auto high beams, traction control on or off, and when the door lights come on. The steering wheel is going to be quite large for a Tacoma, so it's going to be leather wrapped and heated, and then all of your buttons are going to be in matte plastic. The gauge cluster is going to be fully digital, and I really like how they used this new design on the Tacoma rather than the design on the Tundra and the Sequoia. The Tundra and Sequoia just don't offer that much customization, and I really like this design more. When you change drive modes, it's actually going to do a little animation for you, which I think is super cool. As far as materials are concerned, you're going to find soft touch plastic on the upper dash, some of this white plastic with Tacoma branding through the middle area. Keep in mind you can change the color if you don't like the white. And then you'll find some rubberized material on the handle and some more matte plastic down below. Overall, the materials are not going to be very impressive for the Tacoma, but that is okay because you don't want to get your nice leather all muddy anyway. Storage is one solid factor of the Tacoma. You get 2 cup holders down here, and over here you're going to find a little slot for whatever you bring with you, 2 USB-C ports, and a wireless phone charger. When you lift up the center console, there's going to be a little bit of space, but not as much as the big brother, the Tundra. Climate controls are completely physical and they couldn't be more easy to use. Look at the size of these dials. Isn't that absolutely insane? You can control the fan speed over here, or you can push it for fan off. This is where you control the temperature. It's going to be one zone on every Tacoma except for the Limited, I believe. And then you have these switches over here for everything else. The seats are going to be heated if you choose an upgrade package for the TRD off-road, but you get ventilated seats on the Tacoma Limited. I think it's so funny how these dials are so big that they actually had to put in fake screws to make it look real. Over here is going to be your steering wheel heating button if you're wondering where that is. And overall, I really like how they kept everything physical, especially where a lot of cars these days are going digital. Now we actually have some modern technology in the Toyota Tacoma. The Tacoma is running Toyota's latest audio multimedia software. This has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. For an upgrade of about $1,000, you can get this 14-inch display up from an 8-inch display. I think it is worth every penny. When you're using it, it's really hard to miss the icon you are going for. And the other nice thing is that you can actually use the system with gloves. I did not bring gloves today, but I will insert a clip of me using the infotainment system in the Sequoia with gloves on. I think this has to be up there as far as technology is concerned in the mid-size pickup truck lineup, because as far as I can tell, the other pickup trucks are either on par with this or below it with technology. Now, it is nice that they kept a lot of physical buttons like down here for the climate control, but I'm glad that they're giving us modern technology in a Tacoma because it really needs it. Moving to the center area, you're going to find this giant knob to control the drive modes, and it is very satisfying to use. You can also control the multi-terrain select, tow haul mode, and the crawl control with the same knob. Above that, you're going to find controls to switch between 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive, and you can go into 4-low if you're going off-roading, but you need to go into neutral to go into 4-low. This shifter is massive, and I think it is quite appropriate for everything else that's in this vehicle. When you go into reverse, you're going to find a standard backup camera. The resolution is pretty good, although I don't know why there are such large bezels on there. Like, it's a 14-inch screen. We can use the whole screen. There is active trajectory, and the parking sensors work quite well in the Tacoma. Also, it has a new sound, like the Grand Highlander and the Crown. So I'm getting closer to my tripod. It's going to show me in the right corner. And it is noticeably quieter than other Toyota models. I don't really know why. It's going to get a little bit faster as I get closer to the object. So I think that is definitely a nice thing. There isn't a 360-degree camera, so you can't really see up above where you are going. Up top, you're going to find a sunglasses holder, which is becoming more rare in vehicles lately, so it's very nice to see that Toyota is still including that. And you're going to find a control for your standard sunroof. Also, there is a powered back window. Now let's take a look at the passenger side and see what is going on over here. The door panel is going to be pretty much finished in plastic from top to bottom. You get TRD branding in the center area, plenty of storage at the bottom, and the rock rails/running boards are going to make it easy to get inside. The passenger seat is going to be identical to the driver's side seats. It's going to be finished in black fabric on today's model. It will have heating and 12-way power adjusting. On the inside of the Tacoma, you're going to see that there's not a lot going on here. On the dash, there's going to be some Tacoma branding surrounded by white plastic. There is going to be quite a lot of plastic on the dash. Above that is going to be a little storage area that has a designated USB-C port. That can be very helpful on long road trips. In case the driver is going a little too crazy off-road, you do have a rubberized grab handle to hang on. There is going to be another grab handle for easy access on the A-pillar. I don't think it would be a very good idea to buy a Toyota Tacoma just to use it for the rear seats, because there isn't a lot of space back here and Toyota makes the Tundra for that job. The door panel is going to be made mostly in plastic. There's hard plastic on the armrest, TRD branding through the center area, and a good amount of storage at the bottom. The seats are going to be made of cloth and they are going to have a relatively firm feel. They are also very upright, so just keep that in mind. In the back of the Tacoma, there really isn't that much you can do about space besides slide the seat forward. There is a very compromised amount of space both for legroom and for headroom. I don't think this is a very good place for tall people to spend time. Also, the driver's seat does not have a seatback pocket and the passenger seat has a relatively small one. There are going to be 2 cup holders in the middle and everything is going to be in plastic as expected, and you get an AC 120 volt household outlet and you also get 2 USB-C ports. If you plan on using the rear seats on a regular basis, go ahead and buy the Tundra. Now let's take a look in the bed because this is the whole reason why you would buy a pickup truck in the first place. To drop the gate, you're just going to pull on the handle and it's going to come right down. Tacoma branding is going to be on the top. This Tacoma has the optional spray-in bed liner, which I think is essential on new pickup trucks because it's going to protect the paint and it's also very easy to clean. The Tacoma comes in a 5-foot or 6-foot bed, at least for the TRD off-road model, but you can't really do anything about the rear seats. To the right, you're going to find one light and a power source, and you're also going to find another light and a power source on the left side. This Tacoma also has the hard folding tonneau cover. Overall, I think that Toyota did a pretty good job in this area of the Tacoma. What's under the hood of the Tacoma is not really going to be a sight to see, but we are going to talk about the engine specs anyway. This new Tacoma has a 2.4-liter 4-cylinder turbo that makes 278 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque. All of that is mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is not bad overall, at 21 in the city, 26 on the highway, and 23 combined. Don't plan on seeing that 23 combined because the EPA usually overestimates the fuel economy for Toyota trucks. The competition is relatively stiff in this segment because not a lot of pickup trucks are affordable anymore, especially with most options going upscale. The primary competition is going to include the Ford Ranger, Chevrolet Colorado, GMC Canyon, Nissan Frontier, and Honda Ridgeline. The Ranger and the Colorado are going to be the main competitors that you would cross-shop this Tacoma with, and I think that both of those are going to be great options. All of these trucks have their own strengths and weaknesses, but one of the big strengths of the Toyota is going to be the reliability. The Tacoma is going to be 213 inches long and 78 inches wide. Well, that is going to wrap up today's video on this 2025 Toyota Tacoma TRD Off-Road. I still think that this is the best midsize pickup truck you can buy in 2025. It's the most reliable, it has the highest resale value, and it's also going to give you a good amount of features for the price that you are paying. Would you buy this over the competition like the Ford Ranger and the Chevrolet Colorado? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.